Shut up and sit down.
Greetings, fellow travelers. Oblix here, coming at you today from FTB Revelation. How y'all doing today? So, last time we finished up with our stonework factory, and we've had it cranking out the bits and bobs. Let's get dressed and get on into it. Today, got some stuff we need to do. So, I've had it sitting here cranking out silicon for us. Remember, it can crank out cobblestone, stone, gravel, sand, glass, compressed everything in the world. Fantastic little device. But today, guys, I want to start working on getting rid of the jank storage system we got. It's actually been pretty good to us. You know, it's nice. I can come in here, I can search up whatever I need. If I want a little bread, I can type bread, and boom, there it is. It shows me right where it's at. Double click it. It blinks. It says, hey, I got your bread right there. Of course, that's the wrong spot. Why'd I stick bread in there? Why y'all let me do that? I don't know. That's not where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be up there. Now, so today, guys, we're going to get into refined storage. My favorite storage system. Applied Energistics is good. Refined storage is, in my opinion, better. So, first thing we're going to need is a controller. So, to make that, I'm going to need tree silicon, some quartz enriched iron. Now this is just iron with some quartz attached to it, so we should hopefully have enough quartz up here. Yeah, we'll be okay. So let's grab us, just to start with, a stack of silicon. Now you can see why we've had the stonework factory working on silicon for us. We're going to need a whole bunch of that down the road. Let's grab a stack of this, and let's grab a few stacks of that. Probably 3 is a bit much. Maybe we just grab 2. We're going to start with just doing this. Boop-a-doop. And let's get us off of the main bar here. Let's get these down here like so. Put that quartz up there and get us some quartz enriched iron. Quite a bit of it, because we're going to need a whole bunch of it. We're going to start with making... Not that. I thought that was it. I was wrong. I thought that was going to give us this machine case. Oh, we need a piece of stone in there. Okay, fair enough. We got one of them. We can do it. Not a problem. There we go. So we got that. Now we're going to need 3 of these. Boom, bam, bam. Like so. And now we're going to need a diamond and some more quartz enriched iron. So let's grab that quartz enriched iron. Boom, bam, bam, bam. And let's grab a diamond. Where my diamonds at? Where my diamonds at? There they be. Let's get them down in here. And pop that out. And we got a controller. Beep, bam, boom. We need to give this little guy some of the go juice. And now it gets all purty. When it gets all purty, it's all powered up and ready to go. You see it using no power whatsoever because it ain't doing nothing. It's just kind of sitting there silly. We need to give it some place to actually stick stuff. Right now we've got a brain, but nothing for it to do. So we need to get us one of, where are them? There's a couple different ways we can go, guys. We could go storage blocks, these guys right here. So there's item storage blocks and there's fluid storage blocks. This holds 64,000 K liquid. You know, and then the next one up is 128,000 K liquid, and up and up and up. Now the item storage blocks, this holds 1,000 items. In one block it'll hold 1,000 items. That holds 4,000 items a block, 16 and 64,000 items in a block. That's a lot of items stored in one block's worth of space. But there's another way to do it as well. We can put down a disk drive. And in this disk drive we can put disks. Now these disks come in the same size as the blocks, but I could put 8 of them in the space of one block. So the drive takes up a block, the disks take up a piece of the block, and I can fit 8 of them in this space. So I could fit 8 64K disks inside the disk drive, therefore 8 times 64 in one block space versus, this up here, just 1 by 64 in that one block space. So we're going to go with the disk drives, of course. We're going to save some space. Not that space at a premium around here, but it's not a bad idea. Plus, it just looks cooler. So let's get us another one of these bad boys right here. And what else we need for this guy? We need just some more of those, and we are going to need an advanced processor. Now, in order to make an advanced processor, we're going to have to make a solderer. Now, there are newer versions of this mod where the solderer has been removed, where the solderer's been removed. And they've just done a straight crafting recipe to get to these processors down in here. So if you don't have a solderer in your pack, just look for the crafting recipe for your printed solder, or your any of the 3 solder processors. These guys right here, and it'll be more than just iron. It'll actually be a 3x3 crafting grid recipe like this right here. Though I think it's only a 2x2. I think the items are in a 2x2, but so it's a little bit different. But just be aware of that. So in this version, we do still have solderers. So we're going to need quartz enriched iron and 2 of the sticky pistons. So we're going to need some sticky piston stuff. So let's get those, and let's get some plankage. Give me the planks, give me the planks, give me the planks. 1, 2, 3. And just get a little dab of redstone, a little dab of iron, and zorp, and bippity. I already had iron. I don't know why I'm going to grab more iron. Why y'all let me go grab more iron like that? I don't know what y'all doing over here. Wait, y'all supposed to keep me in line. Y'all failing on your job. Alright, iron. I didn't grab enough bits. I started to grab enough bits, but then I didn't finish grabbing enough bits. Be quiet, phone. Why are you always making ruckus? There we go. That was a tweet from Good Times with Scar. I don't know why I had that on. Love me some Good Times with Scar. What a good guy. Very cool. Love watching Scar. Great builder and just a great human being. Now, does this have to be sticky pistons? Does it absolutely have to be sticky pistons? I mean, we got plenty of slime balls, so it's not a big deal. I just hate wasting stuff if we don't gotta. Bippity boppity. Boop boop ba choop boop. And there you go. Solderer. Now, one of the things with refined storage is you don't need to use cables so long as everything touches. As long as it touches the controller, it will carry the signal through the machine. So if I just had a wall of machines right here, the signal would carry through this wall of machines as long as there were no gaps. So if I put this guy right here, we don't need this stuff. Now, we do need the power, obviously, but we don't need this guy here. But as long as the solderer is touching the controller, it's going to be connected and get power and do its thing. And you can tell that by right-clicking on the controller, and now we see a solderer. Now it is going to start consuming power. Even though the solderer is sitting here not doing a daggone thing, it is consuming power. We're consuming what they call 3 FE per tick, which is the equivalent of 3 RF per tick. So just keep in mind, sitting here doing nothing, this thing's sucking up the go-go juice. Okay, let's just bear that in mind. Now we'll come move these and clean this up in a little bit. We'll make a little spot for them and all that. We're going to start now making, we got our solderer, and we were working on this disk drive. Now to make this disk drive, I need an advanced processor. Advanced processor is made with a printed advanced processor, a dab of redstone, and some printed silicon. So let's get all the parts we're going to need. We're going to need the redstone. We're going to need a diamond. There we go. And we can pop in here. We're going to pop that diamond dead in the center of that thing, and it's going to craft, and it is going to be a little bit slow, but it's going to get through the job here eventually. Cooking up that diamond, turning it into a printed processor. There we go. Now we're going to take a little piece of silicon. We're going to drop that in there like so, and we're going to sit back and wait, and wait, and wait. And there we go. We get our printed silicon. Now we're going to take that printed silicon, that printed advanced processor, and a dab of redstone, put it all inside there, and that is going to turn it into the completed processor. This guy right there, advanced processor. Now keep in mind this particular part may change in a later update depending on the pack that you're playing. So there we go, advanced processor. And now we will be able to finish this guy up. So we got that, and we are going to need a chest. So up here, let's see, do we have chests in here somewhere? We do, right there. Put that down. We're going to click on that. We're going to click on the plus. Everything loads up for us. Pop that out. And now we have some place to store stuff. The only thing is, it has no use right this moment. And I don't like that being connected to that like that, because I don't want it shoving silicon in there later. So we'll just move that over here for now. I want to load this guy right here up with disks. Right now we can store 0 of 0 items. We have 0 items, and we can store 0 items. So we need to get a disk drive. So we're going to come over here and look at our disk drives. We got 1K, 4K, 16K, and 64K. Now 64K is made up of 3 16Ks. The 16K is made up of 3 4Ks. The 4K is made up of 3 1Ks. And it's not actually the drive itself it's made out of. It's actually, like if I click on the 4K, the 4K is, to get this 4K drive, you need a 4K storage part. The 4K storage part is what's made out of the 3 1K drives, or storage parts. So it's all these storage parts that tend to add up. So if you're making 64, you're going to be making a bunch of 1K, a bunch of 4K, a bunch of 16K parts, these guys right here. So to make this 1K drive, we're going to need a 1K part. To make a 1K part, we need 4 silicon, a redstone, some glass, and some quartz. So we've got silicon, we got redstone. Let's get some glass. Let's go ahead and just pop that there in my inventory. And let's get on over here and get this and get that, and there we go. Now we have to decide at this point, do we want to make a 1K drive, or do we want to make a 4K drive, or a 16K? Because you don't want to turn it into the disk, because once you turn it in the disk, it's kind of the disk. That's just kind of where it is. You know, to make the 4K, you can't turn a 1K into a 4K. You know, you got you've already consumed the storage part. So I think I want to go up to at least a 4, if not higher. Let's just grab a few of those, and let's grab us 2, 3. Now that gets us 3, and that would get us a single 4K storage part. See, we could turn that into a 4K storage part. So there's our 1, 2, 3 1Ks. Now, if we want to try for a 16, we need a 16K storage part, which is 4 of those. And I think we have the resources to pull that off. Let's see what we can come up with. We're going to need 3 more of these guys here. So let's just shift click in there, and that'll get us our 3 more. So now we're up to 6. And actually, no, we need 3 more than that, don't we? Brain freeze. Yeah. 3, 6, 9, yeah. Ooh. hurts my head thinking about all this stuff. What I want to do in order to get us going there is we're going to need some glass. So I could just sit here and cook up, iron for days, or I'm sorry, sand for days. But, why? I have a perfectly good machine that'll happily make us all the glass in the world. What I need to do is say, no, make it the glass. And what I will do is say, no, take that sand and cook it. And now it's going to make glass instead of, there we go, instead of silicon. So our stonework factory is going to start churning out glass for us. So, and it turns it out pretty quick. We'll let it get up to about 12, and then we'll grab a bunch. There we go. I said, there we go. Now we got some. And let's get 3 more of these bad boys made. And why did I only click one time? Why y'all let me do that? Y'all always let me make mistakes. Y'all are supposed to keep me in line, folks. Alright, let's make these 4K parts. Now we're going to need printed basic processors. So that, my friends, is iron. Now we're going to need, for these 4K parts, we're going to need 3 4K parts. And that means we're going to need 12 of the iron processors, or what they call the basic processors, which are just processors made out of iron. So we need 11 more. And let's put that in there and get that cooking. And then we're going to need 12 silicon. Man, I cannot count. There we go. So we gotta let this cook. Now we will eventually, these little slots right here are for upgrades, and we will eventually want to get some speed upgrades going, but that requires a solderer to get speed upgrades. So I've got to do all of this. I got to make these upgrades, and then I have to turn them into speed upgrades. So I need to cook through a solderer twice. Generally what I do is make another solderer, set it off to the side over here, and put it to work doing that. But this isn't that far away from being done, so we'll just wait till this gets going. Alright, once those 12 are done, we're going to pop the silicon in there and cook up the bases for those guys. Now let's go ahead and get our 12 redstone. Alright, got all our bases done, so now we're just going to pop our printed basic processors, our bases, and our redstone. You can shift click them in any order you want. We're going to let that cook up and get us our 12 basic processors. So while these are cooking up, I've gone ahead and created a second solderer attached to our controller here. Now you will see it is using more power, 6 FE per tick, which is the equivalent of 6 RF per tick. And I'm going to go ahead and start working on getting some of these upgrades going. For that, I'm going to need these printed improved processors. So I need 1 per. So I'd like to get probably 8 of those going. Let's see. There we go. And let's go ahead and grab 8 redstone while we're here, because we'll need that eventually. And of course the 8 silicon we'll need. We're going to use this to make this guy. And you can just tell by the color that if the top is silver, this kind of silvery color, then, or gray, then that's iron. If the top is a gold color, it's gold. If the top is that diamond color, it's a diamond. That's how you make it. Easy peasy. So we'll let that sit there and cook. And this guy's almost done. So we're working on speed upgrades for this guy as we're using this guy. Kind of trying to be efficient with our time. Alright, all 12 of our basic processors are done. So if we can come out here, we can work on turning these 1K storage parts into 4K storage parts. So we're going to need some, we have redstone. Let's grab a little bit more. Just to make sure we have enough. So I'm going to say 4K storage parts, give me all you can give me. So that's 3. So now we got our 3 4K storage parts. And we will turn those into a 16K. To turn those into a 16K, though, I'm going to need some more improved processors. So I'm going to need 4 more improved processors. So we're going to come in here and we're going to cook up those. Now, here's our 8 from before. We'll get those ready to go. We know that's different. Now, let's get 8 silicon. And get that cooking up. Then we're going to need 4 more silicon, 4 more redstone. So let's get that silicon cooking. And there we go, our 8 printed silicon for our speed upgrades. We're going to get those turning into processors. And our 4 printed silicon are done for our 16K part. Let's get those turning into processors. So we're actually making the same processor in both units, which is fine. Just letting us produce double fast, because it is a little slow without speed upgrades. So all that is going to get us to a 16K storage part. Now, if we want to get to a 64, I need 3 of those. All the work I've already done, I've got to do it 2 more times. And all the resources I've already consumed, I got to go through 2 more times. Alright, we got our 8 processors done for upgrades, and I've got the solderers going on to other things. Let's go ahead and get these upgrades going. We need some glass and some quartz, enriched iron. So we're going to pop those down here and give me at least 4 upgrades, pretty please. There we go. Now I want to turn those into speed upgrades, so I'm going to need sugar and redstone. So we're going to need at least 6 sugar cane. Why did y'all let me turn that into paper? Shame on y'all. Golly. Can't take you guys nowhere. There we go. Except for I need 1 more. I could just do that in my inventory. I don't have to be going to the crafting grade. What am I doing? There we go. And let us... Well, we were going to do 8, weren't we? We need more quartz enriched iron. So you go through a ton of this stuff. And I always forget the shift click. There we go. Except for, yeah, I only want 8. That's going to give me 8. No, I don't want 8. I want 8 in total, which means I only need 4 more. There we go. That's going to give me what I need. Now, let's turn those into speed upgrades. Are you done? You're done. All right. And let's drop you guys in here. So sugar, redstone, and the upgrade card will get us speed upgrades. And we got 12 of those. So we'll pull those out and just put them right back in. And we're going to need 12 redstone dust. It's okay if you put more in there. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. I just like it to be precise. So there's 1 speed upgrade. Now it helps if you just pull it out and immediately put it in there, so it will start your crafting speed upgrades to put in speed upgrades to craft speed upgrades faster. See how that works? Love it. And here we go. Pull those guys out. Now we can put them in over here. We can take those and just go broop. Now we're cooking with gas. But you notice we're also consuming more power. And that's even when it's not doing nothing. That guy's sitting there idle and it's consuming more power. So just be aware of that. Alright, there's our 12 basic processors. Now, I'm sure we're missing something. What are we missing? So there's 1K parts. Oh, I did go ahead and make enough 1K parts to fill us out. To get us some more 4K parts. That gets us 3 more. And boom. And let's get 12 more of those. Just grab a stack of that and a stack of that. stack of that. Eventually we're going to need all those anyway, so we're just going to pop 32 in there. Or we're just going to pop 16 in there. Forget precise, I'm in a hurry. And now with the speed upgrades, it's much quicker anyway, so. And we'll just cook up a bunch of those. Now this is still a little bit slower, but you can tell with speed upgrades it's still much faster than it would be. Yeah, these are 4K parts, these are 1K parts, so I need to turn them into 4K parts. Bammo. Why do I... oh, missing processors. Yeah. Now we got some more. There we go. So now we can do 2, or 3, and 3 of these are the 4Ks, so that'll turn us into one 16K. So the 16K, we need to get some of the mid-tier processors. Which is gold. Pop that in there. We've already got some of that. I've already had some. Dadgummit. I already had some in my inventory. You tell I'm getting impatient. I'm not a patient man. So let's get this in here. Let's get that in there. And there we go. One 16K part. Now we have the startings of a second 16K part, because I do think I want to go ahead and go on up to the 64K. So let me keep crafting as we get this point. I'll bring you back when we got enough 16Ks to make a 64. Alright guys, I've got all the 16K parts we're going to need. I got a little overzealous on my 4K part creation, but that's just getting us started for our second disc. So we're going to go ahead and get this 64K part crafted. Now I did have to make some advanced processors, which you just remember is diamonds. And there we go, 64K storage part. Fantastic. Now we can turn that into a disc with just some redstone, some glass, and some quartz. And there we go, 64K drive. Fantastic. We're going to pop that guy into our system right there. And now you see we can hold 64,000 items. We're holding none, but we can store 64,000 now. And you get this cool little animation. That light will turn colors based on how full that disk is. Now the problem is we got no way to put items in and take items out of the system right now. So we need to come up with a way to do that. And the way you do that is through a grid. This guy right here. Now I could build this grid, and we are going to build this grid. And it's relatively easy. But this guy doesn't let you do any crafting. But he is part of the recipe for something that does. So let's go ahead and get this guy going to make sure I have enough redstone. I do. We're going to need some of these. Put those in there. Give me 2 of those. 2 of those. Fantastic. And we're going to need what's called a construction core and a destruction core. Now, construction core is just a basic processor with some glowstone. A destruction core is a basic processor with some quartz. And we have the quartz, so we can go ahead and make a destruction core. We have basic processors. Let us grab a piece of glowstone so we can make our construction core. Done. Now we can make our grids. If I'm missing a machine casing, which I'm missing a piece of stone. So let's get that, get the casing done, and let's get the grid. Fantastic. We'll take a look at this guy, even though we're not going to use him in the long run. Now again, as long as he's touching, he'll work. Pop him up there. This is everything in our storage system. We can put items in. Boom. Now those 26 quartz enriched iron. Actually, we can just do all that quartz enriched iron. 242 is in our storage system. It's in this drive. If I right-click the disk drive, you can see 242 of 64,000 items, and it shows over the disk as well. And I can take items out, but I can't do any crafting. It's just letting me put items in and take items out. I want to be able to do some crafting. In order to do that, I need to take this guy and do some more work to him. Turn him into a crafting grid, which means we're going to add an advanced processor and a crafting table to him. So that means we need another diamond. And some plankage. And give us a crafting table. Boom. And let's get us an advanced processor. Hello, lighting or glitch. There we go. And boom, bam, bam. Bam. Now we'll put that in there with our crafting grid and with a, what was it, piece of redstone, I think. Oh no, this thing I've been saying the whole time we're going to need. And there we go. Now we have a crafting grid. So now you notice the face looks a little bit different. We open it up and we get all the storage that we had before. See, right there. But we also get a crafting grid. So if I come over here and say, get a piece of stone, and put that piece of stone in there, and say I want to make a machine casing, hit the plus key, you see now it shows up right here and we can craft from here. And I just pull this out or I can dump it in the system, whatever I need to do. One thing, when you're using refined storage, make sure you click the clear when you're done, because leaving it in there does use the items. So if you have multiple of these crafting grids around your base, say I've got one here, I've got one in that room, I got one downstairs, I got one outside, leaving these items here consumes them out of the inventory. You see there's no stone in our inventory and there's 8 pieces of quartz missing. So if I open up another one of these crafting grids somewhere else, I won't see those items because they're in this crafting grid. They're physically inside of this block right here. If I hit the X, now they go back up here and I can see them at any other crafting grid in my base. So that's just a key trick. Make sure you click that button. Let's quickly run down these guys. This lets you use redstone mode. I've never seen anybody do that on a crafting grid. It's kind of silly. Display. How do you wish it to be displayed? Do you wish to just show craftables, only craftables? So that was when you get into auto crafting, you're going to see things show up here that will have the word craft written under the bottom of them. Those are things you can craft automatically. We'll get into that later, and it'll make a lot more sense. But this just lets you flip between seeing those craftable items or not seeing those craftable items. This lets you, of course, sort ascending or descending. Do you want, the smallest number first or the largest number first? This is sorting by quantity or by name. And, of course, that alters the ascending, descending. You want ascending by name or descending by name, depending on which one of these is selected. So, or by ID. And nobody really does ID, and I don't really see last modified that often either. Inventory tweaks, yeah, usually you just see quantity. But you set it to whatever works for you. Now, search box mode. Normal means this search box, if I do stone, shows me stone inside my crafting grid, but doesn't do anything to JEI. See, there are 2 separate search boxes. I've got this one down here for JEI, and I've got this one right here for refined storage. If I click this, now this is normal auto selected, so it's going to work exactly the same as I just showed you, but it's going to, when I go into the screen, it's automatically going to set me up here so I can just start typing. My cursor's way over here, but I can come up here and just start typing. It auto selects this this search box for me, which is kind of handy. JEI synchronized. Now, if I type in stone, notice this is changing over here. And notice it's typing in here as well. It's putting the same text in both locations. A lot of people prefer this. I'm not one of them, but a lot of people do. They like whatever they're searching for here, they want it to show up here as well. So that's an option. And then JEI auto-selected means you open the box, you don't actually have to click on the storage or the search box for it to start typing. If I come over here and say quartz, and, you see it searched here and it searched here. My preference is normal auto-selected. I prefer to have my JEI separate from my... the reason I like that is because, say I want to build something for refined storage, like we were just doing. I like to have the whole mod list sitting here ready to go, and as I'm looking through different things, I can say, well, what does it take to build a stack upgrade? Okay, it takes this to build a stack upgrade, but I'm not affecting what I search for over here. See what I'm saying? That as I'm searching here, it's not affecting what I searched over here. I can still see everything in the exact same pattern that it was before, which is super handy for me. And then the last is this button here, which is size. And that's just referring to how many items are displayed on the screen at one time. This is a ton of items, and it clutters up the screen and messes with my eyeballs when it's like that. So I tend to prefer it a little smaller, not quite this small. That's my preferred right there. It's enough that you get a good view of everything that's in there, but it's not so overwhelming. But fit it to your comfort, whatever you prefer. And so we now have a full-on refined storage system that will hold 64,000 different items. How cool is that? I'm not going to put that in that stone in there because I already have a drawer for stone, so I want to just keep things separate like that. And we can start moving all of our goodies from here. Obviously things like redstone we're going to keep in the drawer because we already have it in the drawer, and anything that can go in drawers will probably that go in compacting drawers. I highly recommend that you keep it in compacting drawers and not put it in your refined storage system. Reason being, there's a super benefit to these guys that I'll show you in a later episode. The fact that it does this split for you right here. I can put in these copper blocks. It turns them into copper ingots and copper nuggets all at one time. Super beneficial to auto crafting down the road. That's always a weird noise when it makes that. What it will let it do is show the ingots, the nuggets, and the blocks all inside of here and make them all available for use for you, which is super duper cool. So we will definitely get into that here shortly. But I do think that is all the time I got for this episode. Sure do appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me, as always. And why can't I turn around? There I am. How y'all doing? So guys, till next time, y'all get out there and make some noise. We'll see you.